Hello, Aries rising. Welcome to your February 2021 Oracle Astrology Oracle and Tarot reading. My name is TESA. You're watching my channel. Just a couple of quick things before I get started. I'm working on a website, TESATABOO.com. Almost finished with it. I've been working on it the past couple of weeks and I have pretty much everything done except for the blog portion. I'm still figuring out the logistics and the layout and just the way that this website has this specific area, the blog portion of it, design. It's a little confusing, so I'm just kind of figuring it out. But I do have the first post for the blog, which is a February 2021 tarot scope for all the zodiac signs, and I'm really excited to develop this blog and to see where it goes in reference to tarot, astrology, and just anything like occult, witchy, anything that kind of has to do with like this realm, and just things that, you know, the subconscious, psychology, spirituality, anything that can kind of help anyone's development, personal kind of self-development. So I'm really excited. I am a writer. I've been writing since I was 12 years old, so writing is kind of like my first passion. So I'm excited to really expand and extend upon my writing. I write a lot on my Instagram, so if you want to follow me on Instagram, I do a lot of tarot and oracle posts where I write little messages out for you guys. But I'm excited to be expanding on that. So I'm excited about this blog, and because the blog is kind of like the most important part of my website, I just want to make sure that everything, you know, is functional and is easy to navigate. So yeah, hopefully that'll be ready by February. And then as like I continue with my channel and my Instagram and my blog and everything, you'll understand a little bit more about like my fascination with psychology. But I'm wearing my Pink Freud t-shirt. I got it from Amazon. I used to study psychology and I was always a big Freudian. I'm very interested in the unconscious, the subconscious, all the kind of deeper things that we're driven by, the more instinctual impulses, the part of us that we tend to hide, that we tend to repress. And even though Carl Jung has kind of become a very popular cultural figure in the modern age, I think that Freud is very much underdeveloped and underappreciated and misunderstood. And just I think that generally speaking, shadow work, I identify Freud with shadow work. And just kind of getting to know some of the darker facets of who we are, our humanity, our personality, the things that we repress, the things that we push down and that we don't show. So I'm here to help people like integrate their shadow self and of course to read energies, you know, just generally speaking, to read energies, get to know yourself better, get to know some of the underlying energies that are happening in the world, within yourself, within your surroundings, and just to understand a little bit more about what they mean, so they're not like in your subconscious. So then as time goes on, you're able to figure out how to push energy from your subconscious into your subconscious awareness, because sometimes it just kind of floats around back there, and you're trying to figure out how to like express it and kind of make sense of the things that are going on. And a lot of the times we are triggered to act out in ways that could be very self-destructive and sabotaging. And we see a lot of these kinds of instinctual impulses kind of happening in our world right now to act out in certain ways. And we don't even really know like exactly what it is that is driving us to act out in these ways. So yeah, so when we start to integrate the shadow, and we start to do shadow work, and we start to understand these deeper realms and areas of who we are spiritually, psychologically, emotionally, we can start to really integrate that part of ourselves, turn it into creativity, channel it in really productive and progressive ways into life, into society, and into our everyday being. We can become more authentic. We become more true to ourselves and true to our own heart. And we can speak openly and honestly about ourselves without demeaning others, or just, you know, with self-respect and with respect to others as well. So This is, I guess you can say, my purpose here. So welcome to my channel, TESA Taboo, where we get into, where we're not afraid to talk about anything, okay? On my channel, there is no fear here. Okay, so that's kind of like a little introduction to my whole Freudian kind of interests and things like that. Yeah, so with that being said, let's get started. I'm going to go ahead and talk about your chart, okay, what is currently going on astrologically speaking in our solar system and how these planetary transits are affecting your personal chart. And I'm going to go ahead and start with the bigger energies that are taking place, and then we're going to get into the oracle and the tarot portion, where we're going to see how the cards, how those energies are also playing out in your life, in your personal energy, through astrology and in general, okay? I do try to keep my readings as objective as possible. I know that there are different people who watch my channel, and even though I do use my intuition, I like to be informative and just kind of, I like to be as informative as possible so you can see things from different perspectives. Okay, so the bigger energies that are taking place is going to be Aquarius, okay? That is kind of like the big mama of energy is going to be Aquarius. We have the sun in Aquarius, we have Mercury in Aquarius, Venus is moving into Aquarius February 1st, Saturn and Jupiter are conjunct in Aquarius. Jupiter is slowly but surely moving away from Saturn, but they are technically still conjunct. And then we're going to have a new moon in Aquarius on February 11th. So on February 11th, there's going to be 6 different astrological planets in the sign of Aquarius. And Aquarius is the planet of revolution, of innovation, of individuality, kind of like going your own path, you know, like kind of being on your own spiritual path, being on your own journey. It's also about reform, it's about networking, it's about connecting with lots of different people from different backgrounds, acquaintances, technology, the internet, and this is in your 11th house, okay? So Aries, because you are an Aries rising, all of your house rulers are the natural rulers of that house, okay? So Aquarius does rule your 11th house. The natural ruler of the 11th house is Aquarius. So this is, all this energy is really kind of taking place in this broader scale, and you are really, I think that you are really seeing the beginnings of this energy and how it's playing out and how it's going to, you're kind of seeing how it's going to affect your future. You're seeing how things are kind of changing around you, okay? And it is sort of like stimulating you in a way. It is inspiring you in a way, but I feel like you're also very reflective right now. You're very much kind of like in your own, like you're still not like, you're connected to it, but you're still disconnected to it, you know? You're still very much kind of like in your own energy field. You want to kind of see what's going on, you know, you want to see how the story unfolds. Okay, so the other big energies taking place is going to be Mars in Taurus and Uranus in Taurus. Mars is the planet of action, aggression, drive, passion. Uranus is the planet of change, revolution, just unexpected changes, reform, and it's in the sign of Taurus, which represents values, possessions, and long-term stability, and it's in your 2nd house. So there's going to be changes. There's going to be unexpected changes in regards to your home, your possessions, what you value, okay? You could be going through, you know, and that's why I'm saying you're probably very reflective right now. You're probably going through a lot of like, maybe like more personal and deeper moments of reflection where you really are trying to figure out what it is you value at a core level, so you are able to create long-term stability for yourself. Another big energy taking place that is not as noticeable, but it's definitely there. It's an undercurrent of energy, and it's like, it is an important energy in the sense that it is connecting all of us together. It's keeping us on track towards a more connected kind of like reality, and that is Neptune in Pisces. And with Neptune already being in its home sign of Pisces, and the fact that it's in the 12th house, which is the natural ruler of the 12th house, this is kind of like a triple, it's kind of like a triplicity for you. So the energy is like extra potent, extra spiritual. You are very much connected on a spiritual, and this is probably why you are feeling a little bit more isolated right now in February, just because you're really kind of like, I think that you're able to feel and tap into that kind of spiritual interconnected energy that we are all connected to. And this is going to be a really, really good source for you to get your creativity, your spirituality, and your inspiration, to be able to tap into that and to get your inspiration from this pool that we are all connected to. And this is a river. This is kind of like a stream of consciousness kind of energy that is constantly moving. I think of it as like an upstream of water, and it's pushing us in the direction that we need to go. And we're all able to just kind of like drink from the water and take the creative energy that we need in order to draw a bridge between us and maybe another person who like maybe has an opposing viewpoint. You know, there are a lot of things that make us different as human beings, whether it's ethnicity or background or culture or religion or politics or whatever. There's so many different things that make us different, but there are also things that make us similar, and those things can be created through culture, art, music, things like that. Okay, so this Neptune and Pisces energy is going to enable for this creativity to flourish and to blossom. Pluto in Capricorn is another big energy. It's going to be moving into Aquarius on 2024. It's been in Capricorn for a long time now. Pluto is the planet of transformation, death, rebirth, transformation. Capricorn is the sign of hard work, social status, authority figures, establishments, and this is in the 10th house of work, social status, and career. So really big changes in regards to your work and your career, okay? Just kind of like transformations, changes, you know, needing to kind of figure out exactly what it is that you value in terms of long-term stability, so that you can line that up with a job, with a career that is going to be good for you. Okay, so those are the bigger energies. Those are all the big energies taking place. February 1st, we're going to have a moon in Libra. So February 1st, it's going to be really great to set that intention for balance and harmony. February is going to bring a lot of crazy energies, and it's going to be really good on February 1st to kind of set that intention of making sure that you keep yourself balanced and all the different parts of you balanced, okay, with that Libra there. Especially if you're in a relationship, if you are in a relationship, or if you're in a partnership of some kind with like a coworker or a business partnership, just make sure that you keep that balance, because that is going to carry you through the month. At the end of the month, on February 27th, we're going to have a full moon in Virgo. In your 6th house, natural ruler Virgo. This is the house of daily activities, of daily routines, the details, the analytical side of life, and of course your personal health. So towards the end of the month, things could really start to come into focus and really start to illuminate in the realm of your daily routines. And you could start noticing, you could start like nitpicking, you could start noticing the details of things at the end of the month, and things could really start to kind of like pop out at you. And you could start to kind of like overanalyze and just kind of pick at things, and you know, you might be inspired to change something at some point in the future. Okay. All right, Aries. So that's the astrology portion. see how these cards play out. Okay, so we have listening. Very interesting. Yeah, I feel like this listening is kind of related to that 11th house energy, that Aquarius energy, where you really just want to know what's going on. You know, you're kind of like you're just trying to tune into the energy of the world. You're trying to tune in. You want to get on track. You want things to go in your favor, and you want to be like as informed as possible. We have rescue. Interesting. Okay. So you might be feeling a little like, you know, because you are a little bit more reflective and in your own world right now, you could kind of, you might feel a little bit like you've been abandoned, or like people are not that you need to be rescued, but I'm getting this feeling like you, I don't, like you want to break free from something. And then we have spirit of place. Interesting. Huh. Okay, Aries. This is really interesting. So, listening, rescue, spirit of place. Let me pull tarot. I feel like the spirit of place is related to that 6th house full moon energy that I was talking about for later on in the month. That Virgo energy, where it's just kind of like, maybe you're home a lot right now. You are very much in your element. You are spending a lot of time with yourself, and you just want to like break out of that. Like, you feel like you need to be rescued from your current situation, you know. You could start to like really nitpick at your daily routines and the things that are going on around you in your house. If you do have a partner, if you're living with a partner, you could start to get really like picky and very like, I don't know, like starting fights for no reason, just kind of like instigating, like stirring the pot, you know, poking the bees, just kind of like wanting to kind of stir things up a little bit. I feel like you kind of want to stir things up a little bit, maybe around the house. Maybe you're getting bored, you're getting impatient, and you feel like you're just like you feel like you're still in quarantine, or you feel like you still can't do the things that you really want to do. And it's making you very agitated and anxious, and you just kind of want to take action. Okay. The Tower. This is your card, Aries, okay? So this is in your 1st house. Well, technically this is the Mars card. Okay, and Mars is in your 2nd house. So yeah, so just like your inner values, what you value on a very personal, deep level within yourself, that is going through some really, really big changes right now. And the fact that you have Mars in your 2nd house and Uranus in your 2nd house, and the Tower card came out, like that is very indicative of big changes happening in the realm of personal, like finances and long-term stability. And I feel like maybe you're just a little bit worried about what kind of move you're going to make right now. You don't want to make any uninformed moves. But I feel like there's definitely a lot of changes kind of taking place in this area of your life right now. The Chariot is going to be Cancer energy, and you have Cancer in your 4th house of home, family, roots, childhood memories. Okay, so the Chariot is very like protective energy over your home, so you could be feeling very, very protective if you are living with a partner, if you have children. You could just be feeling very protective of your own home, of your own stability, and you want to go out there and you want to take action, and you want to do what is in your best interest and what is in your family's best interest, so you can keep that home, that comfortable life down packed. Okay. And it looks like you are kind of taking action, but there's, you know, it's really just like, it's kind of like it's just a very unstable energy. It's unsettling. You don't know what direction to go in. And then with the 2 of Swords coming out, this is about making a decision. This is the Moon in Libra. Yeah. And that's in your 7th house. Okay. So you could be making a decision, like you're not really entirely sure what to do. It could be in regards to a relationship that you're in. You don't know if you should stay or if you should go, or your partner is kind of forcing you, whether it's like a significant other or like a business partner. They're kind of like forcing you to make a decision about something. It could be a decision in regards to work, a job, a new opportunity, or a creative project. Ace of Swords, you're gonna get some kind of idea though. A spark of is gonna come into your head. You're gonna get some kind of idea, and it could be triggered by a friend. Okay, it could be triggered by your partner. It could be triggered by like a significant other or like a business partner, or a really, really close friend, or it could also be triggered by this Aquarius energy that's going on. It could be triggered by like something maybe that some information that you receive, like a download that you receive, or in regards to a larger network, okay? In regards to a larger network. So something kind of sparks into your head over here. And then the Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, you're going to get this like idea, and it's going to set you onto this new beginning, onto this new path of abundance. The Wheel of Fortune is Jupiter energy. It could very much be connected to this Aquarius energy, something very future oriented, something very like innovative, something revolutionary. If you kind of go maybe down that path, you could definitely find abundance there. If you go down the path of the future and progress, and just kind of like follow this new idea, follow this energy of innovation and of reform. And I think you're really going to find a lot of abundance there and a lot of happiness. And I think that things are really going to start going in your favor with this Wheel of Fortune card coming out over here. This Jupiter energy, okay? And then we have the Queen of Swords, more Libra energy. So yeah, definitely if you're in a partnership, this person has a really big influence over you. They're very outspoken. They are not afraid to say what they think. They are not afraid to be part of your success. I also see this as you establishing balance in your life. If you are not in a partnership, if you are single, or if you are going about things alone, this is definitely telling me that like you are just like taking charge, and you're not taking charge in like you're going about things in a very strategic and in a very intelligent and in a very balanced way. Okay, so just go about things in a very strategic, balanced, intellectual way. Be informed when it comes to this new opportunity, and you're gonna be just fine. And then we have the Ace of Wands. This is the second ace that's coming out. This is Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy, all fire, okay? So this is a really, really good way to end the reading over here. First house, fifth house, and ninth house. Yeah, so just like it's going to be a new creative beginning. It's going to inspire you. It's going to challenge you. It's going to like, it's really going to spark that creative Aries, like passionate, very like paving a new way forward, being a path maker, creating a new path. There's going to be a new beginning in creativity, okay? There's going to be a new beginning in creativity. It could be, if it's not in reference to a new job or a new opportunity, it could be a new creative project that you're starting, and it looks like you're just going to go for it, and you're just going to do it. It's going to keep you like busy as well. You're not going to feel so restless around your house. You're not going to feel so nitpicky about everything. It's going to keep you engaged with what is going on around you. All right, Aries, so this is your reading for February 2021. I really hope this helped, and I'll see you next time.